Welcome back, everyone, to Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and beautiful Walnut Hill Bowl. We're here for the round of 8 for the I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion NEBA Senior Singles Open. And we are joined in the booth here not only by Mr. Gaskill, but the proprietor here at Walnut Hill. And first off the cut,
3 bit of people now.
In a massive insult,
yes.
Mr. Robert Toth. How you doing, Robert?
Yes, good afternoon. I would much rather be bowling, but I'm happy to be here with you guys.
Wouldn't we both, right? So thanks so much for joining us. And again, and also thanks for adding $500 to this event.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
We so much appreciated, as well as the money that I am Bowling put in. So Kenny Keegan and those folks. So thank you so much for that. We are here with the round of 8, and we'll start with our feature pair. Here's Tim Elsis up, and we've had the 4 seeds come in. Tim got that ball to go pretty straight. And Tim Elsis is going to be bowling against Jimmy Pritz. And we got to have a talk with Pritzy about his bowling shirt.
We have some great matches.
We'll talk about that. And then next to them are Bill Webb against Steve Blanchette. Blanchette, one of the seeds. Billy just coming off a win. And there, next down, will be Bob Green bowling against Scott Paniello, the 2 seed. And way down on 13 and 14, Mike Clausen, high qualifier, takes on John Kirker. So some pretty high-powered matches here, Bobber. What do you think?
Yes, my good friend Mr. Kirker knocked me out. We were on the same pair of lanes, and he knocked me out by 2 pins, but that's okay.
Thank you so much.
Crazy, good matches here.
And between him and Larry King, I got knocked out by 5 pins, so there you go.
Yeah.
But, you know, had I thrown another double, I would have made it, right? So I can't, and I made enough bad shots that it's hard to get too mad.
It's our own fault.
That's right. You know, tough competition out here in NEBA, no doubt about it.
Yes.
So, again, we're going to be bringing you 3 more rounds of competition here. This is the round of 8, round of 4, and then we'll move the camera over to 21 and 2. And 21 and 2 will not have a game bowled on it at all in the finals. So it will be interesting to see how bowlers move from the burn to the not so burn as we get down to the last match. And we'll go from there. And Gas, you want to take us through this Bourbon Street pattern that we're bowling on here?
Sure. So Bourbon Street is 40 feet in length with a 7.67 ratio, 23.45 mils, and on the fresh, it hooked a lot.
And especially on the back. And can I say that I've bowled on a lot of 7.67 to 1 patterns, and I've always had at least some hold, and I had none here. I mean, Robert, what did you think about how it played?
It was 23.8, correct?
Very low.
So it was low, and yes.
So, yeah, so very tough. So hard to work the seam a little bit. I guess you had to get something so incredibly weak that once you got outside it, you know, you could maybe find somewhat dry, but it wasn't about the hold today. It was about pitching it to the spot and having it recover, or getting a weak enough ball or urethane or whatever it might be that you're able to keep the ball in play. And there's Blanchette. And the funny thing is, Gas, you mentioned this earlier about how the lanes are taming down. They're calming down. You know, as you look at the urethane that's gone down the lane and you look at everything, there's less snappy back end. You know, people are able to keep things in their. Sorry about that knock there. We got to teach Robert some microphone etiquette here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mess things up?
Yeah.
Oh, I banged.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, you see that thing by your mouth? You know, that picks up noise.
Okay. Well, Mr. Pritz had a question for me, so actually Jim Pritz had to sign an autograph today.
Really?
Someone came in with some old PBA trading cards.
Oh, my
unbelievable!
God. Awesome.
And asked Jimmy Pritz for his autograph.
Wow, I wonder what that card's worth in the open market.
More now than it was this morning.
I was going to say, to somebody in New England, it's got to be worth something. So, anyway, in the Pritzy Elsis match, they're both perfect. Through 3, if Pritzy can strike here, they'll each have triples. So.
Well, Jimmy has some knee replacement surgery.
Lay off. That's going to hook.
So Jimmy bowled in where I bowled before he went on the tour. So I can remember being in the junior leagues, and when he won, they put out. I mean, you see the NEBA banner over 15 and 16. When he won, they put out a banner that was twice that size, and it was out there for about 5 years. And then every time when he won the next tournament, they would add
That's awesome.
I think he won. I'm pretty sure he won 2.
Yeah, I think he won 2 national titles. Yeah, that sounds right.
I thought it was it 3?
Could be 3. It could be 3. It could be 3.
Confirm this.
I mean, like I said, I was about 8 years old at the time, so. But I do remember seeing that banner, and it was nice. It was nice that the house did that for him.
And it's always great to see Joanne, and she was out with him, of course, and all the tour wives and everything. They were all part of that scene for several years out there. And here's Webb trying to double up to catch Blanchette. He was down by about 10. And no doubt about that one.
He does have 3.
You gotta believe
Thanks,
that.
Tiffany. He says.
You gotta believe that Webb and Kirker. I like their looks. I would have to say the most of everybody so far. I mean, Clausen is so in control, but he's a little slow. I think he's slow. I think Kirker has the speed, and I think Webb has the speed. So I think it's one of those two. So I think I'm going to have to go with. By the way, it's picked the winter time. I've got to go with Webb. Just because I would go with Webb in a regular NEBA. So here he is in his first serious senior event, and also emerging from COVID. So
all right, so you took the chalk like usual.
Yeah, of course.
I would say Webb would be the obvious.
Yeah, well, that's what I do.
I'm gonna look at a wild card too.
Okay.
A left-hander out there.
Left-hander, Bob Green.
Bob Green.
I'm taking Kirker.
Kirker. Well, that's the other. I think it's between those two, and of course, not boding well for my seemingly annual fight with him over Super Senior of the Year, which we tied at last year. So Kirker's gonna one-up me this tournament, but we'll both be back. And so you go Kirker, and you stay with Bob Green. Robert?
I didn't say.
He didn't say that. Okay.
I didn't say
he was
going to pick Bob Green.
He's thinking about it.
He's a potential wild card.
Well, that would be. I believe he'd have some really pretty good odds on that. And if we can get, who's our odds maker?
Jeff Dawson. Well, we got 2 now. Jeff Dawson and Grog Sports, right?
Yeah, we need Grog Monster, right?
Grog Monster.
So
see, I like Kirker's position because when you sneak into a cut like that, you've got nothing to lose, and all the pressure's on the high qualifier.
It's true. It is just bonus money at that point. And Kirker front 5.
Yep.
So let's track John, who just shot 250. He shot 230, 250, and front 5.
And the more they hook, the better Kirker's going to get because he's just going to fire it through the front.
Right.
Right.
So John just loves it. I was surprised to see him struggle so much early. Once they carved up a little bit, he just liked it better and better. So here's Blanchette trying to put a second double on the board and catch up to Webb, but he can't do it. And Elsis goes front 4, then misses with a weak 10. It's going to give him a 20-pin, 22-pin lead over Pritzi right here on 19 and 20. No problem by Elsis. So, Robert, thanks so much for your sponsorship. Some of our other sponsors, we had the Callahan, we had the Cambridge Credit Invitational at the beginning of the year. Thanks so much for adding $3,500 to that event, another $3,500 from NEBA. So thanks so much to Mr. Vialli. Neither he nor his wife were able to make the cut today, which is another insult to our sponsors. So here we go.
But Chris and Amy are so good for this game. They've been so good to NEBA.
They do so much, and and their bounty of having $20 for every new female bowler that you bring is fantastic. So thanks to LaRue Marlowe at Many Styles of Bowling. I'm wearing my Styling On shirt right now. East Coast Sports Investors, indeed, Jeff Dawson. I don't know, Jeff, if you're watching, if you want to weigh in on any odds, we'd love to hear them. Thanks to Strike FX, John Van Hees, Alex Aguirre, and the whole crew at the different 6 locations. Rich Reynolds, Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, had him on the live stream when we were down at Silver. That was a lot of fun. Buddy's Pro Shop. We had the Buddy's Pro Shop open. $1,000 added by Buddy's, as well as, of course, the $10,000 Paul Forer Memorial. And that event is starting to emerge. We had the first of it at Nutmeg, and I'm thrilled to say that I was one of the first people to qualify. So there's going to be, yeah, baby, come on. Yeah, the top 8 in each of those events, 8 events, adds up to 64 bowlers, and after that we go to the points list if there's any duplicates. So good stuff there. And again, here we are at the Logo Infusion powered by Logo Infusion Open here. And thank you for your hosting, Robert, and for the non-champs coming up. That's tonight at 6 p.m. We have the first squad of that. Ace Mitchell Bowling Supply and Vinny Grazan will be sponsoring our non-champions event. And Mr. Gaskill will be on the mic tomorrow. I wonder if you might get a little help, get a little assist from Mr. Toth. We'll see if he's around.
I'm going to find...
So we'll
don't
see.
worry.
Don't worry.
It's miserable to
He'll
be
be
in here
drawing.
alone. I'll find somebody to sit with me.
drawing.
Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
Bruce, I told you I had a big commitment tomorrow that I cannot miss.
Oh, God, that's
Yes,
right. I'm
yes,
sorry.
yes.
Gas, you better start looking.
Don't worry. I've been looking.
There's a few
I-
guys. Don't you worry.
I'm
So coming up, our next event actually is May 14th and 15th at the Rutland Bolorama. And this would be the Green Mountain Open, sponsored by Mr. Wilbur. So really looking forward to that. And I will actually be at that event, even though that weekend is my daughter's graduation. Andrew and I are going to leave O'Dark 30 from Philly to make the 12:30 squad at Rutland, Vermont. So somebody figure out how long that is and when we have to leave. So we're going to do that one. After that is our youth event at Chicopee, as well as our singles youth event sponsored by Dexter and Paul Sylvia. Singles sponsored by Savage Arms and Al Casper. Then we go to Cranston for the over-under doubles. That's June 25th. We have the regular doubles at Cranston. That's of course Turbo Grips, Chris Sand. Then our new sponsor, you mentioned Gas Grog Monster Sports. That's at AMF Cranston Lanes. And then the June 25th and 26th is our doubles weekend at Cranston. Of course, I mentioned that. GMS Decorative Concrete and Clay Schwartz as well, sponsoring there. July 16th and 17th, Callahan's Bolorama Singles. That's the Callahan family. They add $4,000 to that prize fund. That was a great shot by Elsis.
Elsis is firmly in control here.
He's in control of that match.
And so is Kirka, way down the left. He had the front 6 and went ring 10. Ring 10, I think, back-to-back after the front
And the
6.
wild card, Bob Green.
Bob Green, how's he doing?
Oh, yeah, he's winning.
He's looking
got a
strong.
lead.
That's
He's got a
right.
lead by 20.
Yeah, you're going to get a big return on that bet,
Yeah.
Robert. Then we head up to Keene. July 30th and 31st is our singles and doubles event at Keene. There's golf, there's poker, there's all kinds of fun.
Jeff
up
was
there.
here today.
Great time to go. Yes, he was. Jeff Barton, we saw him. So, and I saw him out in Vegas too for the Masters. It was awesome.
Speaking of Vegas, these two guys to the right of you will be going to Vegas in about 2.5 weeks.
Wow. Well, good luck, guys. We still need guys for our Cambridge team, by the way.
God.
So we got to figure out some guys to add out. We're going in July, and we're short some bowlers, and we got too many PBA guys. So we have issues.
Well, that's how I qualified to bowl with John, because he needed all the non-PBA guys he could find.
Well, that's what happens.
Yep.
That's what you need.
Yeah, the rules
That's
are so
dumb.
stupid.
Let's not
let's not talk
use
about
that
the
stupid
USBC.
rule. Yeah, really.
Let's not talk
Speaking of bitter, piling on. August 20th, senior is our senior event at Hall of Fame, and that's Chicago Sam's, a new sponsor. August 21st is a women's event, bowlingseriously.com, Joanne Herman. And by the way, there's some wonderful pages to check out at bowlingseriously.com. Her most popular page is that of reading lane patterns. So there's a really cool page there. You might want to go check that out.
I need all the help I can get reading lane
Yes,
patterns.
we do. And Joanne and bowlingseriously.com sponsors the women's series and the Women's Cup Prize Fund. And we go to the Masters weekend, August 21st. Tony and Susie Renaud, Bloomfield Electric. September 17th is my event in honor of my late father, Vincent Hall. It's the TechVision doubles, and there are no limits to your doubles partner, which means I can bowl with my son Andrew, which is the primary. I'll nakedly tell you that's the primary reason for doing it. We're able to add $6,000 from our family to that prize fund, so that should be a lot of fun. September 17th and 18th, that's at Auburn. KR Strike Force, Brian Beaver sponsors the East Providence Lanes singles. Then we have Yankee Lanes again. This is in Manchester, this time in October. Then we have that's senior women and singles in Yankee Lanes. We have another non-champs event November 12th. Then we have the TOC on November 13th. That's DJ's Pro Shop and Storm sponsoring that. And another great shot by Elsis. He looks strong.
Yes.
And nobody picked him. And then finally we finish with a senior in December 10th at Norwich. And 10th and 11th, the senior is sponsored by Better Bowling Concepts and Ideal Bowling Concepts. It takes a long time to get through those sponsors, guys. I didn't kind of realize that, but I will tell you that when you have over $60,000 added prize money and merchandise, it takes time to get through all that. So it's pretty exciting. The sponsors.
I better bring some stronger glasses tomorrow if I have to read that thing.
I think you
because
better.
that print is.
Here, try one right now. Here, try.
No,
one.
I guess no. It's better than the.
You'll figure it out.
When I was with Forey a couple of months ago, neither one of us could read it. It was a hoot.
Oh, really? Well, we did move it across 2 pages now. So
Right.
it's a little
Oh, there you go. No, we were reading it off
Yeah,
our phone that day because neither one of us could read the sheet.
Yikes. Well,
So
there
hey,
you
That's what happens. We're all old.
Just to look at the bowling matches, Kirka has taken out the high qualifier, Mike Clausen.
Kirka looks really
That's
good.
over.
Kirka's look
Yep,
is
that's over.
phenomenal right now.
And
248.
your boy is looking strong with a 4-bagger, trying for his 5th one here.
Yeah.
That'll be in the left part of your screen, going down lean 16.
Yeah.
And what's he going to do? Boom, baby.
Smashed it.
Winner.
It's got to be that Mets jersey.
Yeah.
And he
Mets
just-
are hot.
He's just taking that purple hammer right down the edge, so good for him.
Elsas has taken out Jimmy.
Elsis, so it'll be Elsis. Now how's Webb? Webb looks
Webb is up 10.
by 10 only, but he's on
20 on this
he's on a
shot.
hammer. And boom, give him a strike.
20.
Webb with 227 left. No, 257 left. And Blanchette cruising at a 2-0 pace. So very strong possibilities for Webb in that match. And Blanchette would need to punch to make Webb get another double.
But Jimmy Pritz had a great day today, and he's coming off of knee surgery
Yeah, good
on
for
his
him.
way back. So
Great to see him back in.
yes,
Yeah, so he had a hip replacement like 2 years ago, and now a knee.
Yeah,
Still gets it done.
he sure does. Good for him. So good to see Mr. Pritz back in action, and a disaster for Blanchette. That's almost going to do it. 50, most he can shoot is 2-teen now, with Webb cruising at a 2-teen with a 2:30 pace. So Webb, I think, just needs one mark in 2 frames. And then we're going to have our round of 4, guys. All of our picks are still in
yes.
so far. Kirker, Green, Webb, and Elsis are your 4. And they will be on 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 on our feature pairs coming up. Yeah, Pritzy he's having a hard time posting. You can tell he's kind of falling off that shot a little bit. Thanks everybody coming out. 54 entries here today, 12 qualifiers. And again, the top 4 got a seed into the second round of finals. So we have 2 more rounds, and that'll be it for our coverage today. And Mr. Gaskill, who is a champion, will do nothing but hang around and cover the live stream tomorrow. So thank you so much for doing that, Gas.
Not a problem. This is one of the rare close drives for me. So
I was going to say, not too far. So.
no.
Even though
Last month you guys had to go live with nobody there because that's no way I was making that drive.
Yeah, both Forey
Which
and
is,
I were in the finals.
I
So
look, and I laugh, but honestly, I wish I could go. I appreciate what Forey does, and but like that drive is just so long for me, and I got to
no,
go
of
to work
course.
at 6 o'clock on Monday morning.
No,
and
forget it.
if I was there with you guys doing the stream, I wouldn't have got home till 1 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't get home
I
until
mean,
after that.
Just
'cause
no way I can go to work Monday morning.
Andrew
if
and I
I'm
went and
down
had
there.
dinner. I think it was later than 1. I kind of stopped
I
and
you know,
slept. So.
and I do, like I said, I appreciate everything Chris does. I just can't go to that tournament. It's too hard.
So that was the mark that Webb needed to lock this up. I
Yep.
think he needs like 9, even 8 would do it right now for Webb. And
He's going to be about 225.
Yep.
yeah, the most Steve can shoot is 213. So Billy's going to lock this up. So and we may actually even sign off before that match ends. Once Billy locks it up. And that,
It's locked.
as they say, is that. So why don't we sign off, guys? We'll be right back for the round of 4. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.